that's fine. Good evening, everybody. I've got my, this is how easy this business is to do. So I've got a girl that I've been talking to about this business called Maria. Probably since I first got involved last March. And Maria is very sporty. We used to work together, and I thought she'd be really good at this business. And at the time, Maria wasn't interested, or it wasn't right for her. But now she's on FaceTime at the event, even though she lives in Bristol. So everyone say hi, Maria. Hi. So don't worry about the point of that. Really is that, you know, for me, the really important thing in this business is to never give up. Whether it's giving up on yourself or giving up on other people, because if it's right for you now, then great. If it's not right for you right now, it may well be at another point, and that's what you've got to remember when you're talking to people about the business or the product. It's not always the right time for them right now. Your responsibility in this business is to share it with other people. Can you hear me at the back? Yeah. To share it with other people, and it's what I want to do in sort of 5 minutes is just give you some tips, because people ask me all the time, like, how did you do it? And you know, to get to presidential marketing director in, I think it was 7 months. Got the 100 Club in 10 months. Wow. But it's not really what I've said about the speed of it. It's about the people that I've got in my team. But if you think I've got over 3,000 people in my team now, how many people do you think I've had to speak to get that? If I'd given up when the first person said, no, it's not for me, or no, thank you, then I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now. I wouldn't be. I completely own my own life now. A little bit of my story, for those of you who don't know it, is I used to have a really, really busy corporate career. I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a personal trainer. I was just a really super busy working mum. And I didn't understand how I could fit this business into my life at all. And you've heard some, you know, from other people, like from Cassie and other girls that are really busy. Wait till you hear from Debbie, because oh my God, is that story? Wow. Talk about blowing me out of the water. But it's not about, you know, you can do this business in your parts. It's part-time. This is a part-time business opportunity. And once I got my head around that, I realised I was doing it anyway. I loved the product. And I was telling my friends and family about it anyway, but I wasn't getting paid for it, because I was sending all orders to somebody else. And once I realised, actually, all I've got to do is build a little team, get going. Just get on with it. What are you waiting for? Talk to people. If they say no, say fine, next. Talk to them. They say no, fine, next. Next, next, next. Because I guarantee you, if you keep going, people will say yes. What you've got here is utter gold dust. It's an utter gold dust opportunity. Just think about the people that you know in your life right now. Are they 100% happy with their lives? Or is there something that they want to change? It might be their health. It might be something to do with their children. They might want to spend more time with their family. It might be their wealth. They want to earn a bit more money. Who doesn't? I don't know anybody for whom £500 to £1,000 a month part-time wouldn't drastically change their daily life. Pay off their mortgage payments so that they can free up that money to do other stuff. That's what you're offering people. Whatever it is that they want to do with their lives or change about their life, you've got that sitting in your lap with this product and this business. So don't keep that to yourself. Just tell them. If they don't get it, fine. Next. Somebody will get it. And I guarantee you, somebody somewhere down the line is going to be also very grateful that you did that for them. Because the best feeling in the world is when somebody rings you up in tears because they've just been paid 1,700 quid. Never ever had that sort of money before. And if you haven't told them about this business opportunity, if you haven't brought them along to an event, their life would still be the same, maybe worse. So that's what this business can do for you. It can change your life, but more importantly, it can help you to help other people change theirs, their health, their freedom. Who doesn't want to own their own life? I was so pig sick of being told where to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Parents evening, can't go because you've got to be in London. Sports day, missed it. Didn't see my kids because I had to leave home at 6 o'clock in the morning, didn't get home till 8 or 9 o'clock at night. 3 or 4 days a week. What this business has given me now is the complete opposite of that. I do what I want, when I want, with who I want. Who doesn't want that? I see my kids now 25 hours a week more than I saw them before, minimum, because they're not in before and after school club anymore. So if you want to make a change in your life, do something about it. Because I guarantee you, if you don't, 12 months down the line, your life's probably going to be pretty similar to what it is now. You might not be unhappy now. I wasn't unhappy. But I'm telling you now, there's another way, there's a better way than being told you can't go on holiday because Marjorie's booked that week off already. You have to work Christmas because you didn't work Christmas last year. Whatever it is. And a lot of people absolutely love their jobs and it's great. So it's not, for everybody, it's not about giving up your job and all of that. It wasn't about that for me when I started. When I started, I wanted to earn 500 quid a month part-time to pay for Christmas. In fact, I think it was 200 quid was my first target. But if I save up 200 quid a month, it'll pay for my product and I'll have over £1,000 for Christmas. And do you know what? If that had stayed like that, I still would have been perfectly happy. Because for me, having £1,000 in December would have made a massive difference to me. I've got 3 kids, 13 nieces and nephews. Never have that money spare. When December comes round, always say I'm going to save it, never do. And really, it was only when I started coming to these events and seeing the opportunity and speaking to people who were doing well, and I just thought, I'm just going to do what they're doing, because they're no different to me. You're no different to me. You're no different to anybody who's successful in this business. And for me, if you're in this business now and you're not having the success that you want, look at what other people are doing, because that's the only difference. The product is the same for everybody. The business is the same for everybody. The marketing plan, that opportunity that Christine's just taken you through, is the same for everybody. So the only difference in this business is you. You're responsible for your business. You're responsible for teaching your team members how to be successful. If you don't do that, what do you think is going to happen? If you're successful, they'll be successful. So teach other people how to get what they want and you'll get everything that you want. And the number one tip I'll give you, put on events. You look at the people who are successful in this business, what are they doing? It doesn't have to be a big event like this. It doesn't even have to cost you any money. Put it on at home, get your friends round, have a bottle of wine. That's what I did when I started. I didn't even know what I was talking about. I just got someone along with me who did. So John Holloway, he came to my house twice and helped me. And I'm going to finish on this just to give you an example of why that works. 2 events that I held. So I was in SC last June. And I went up to Newcastle. So I live in Bury now. I went up to Newcastle because I thought, you know what, there's an opportunity up there. Nobody's really doing very much. I had some old school friends on the product. And I thought I'll go up and I'll put a little event on and we'll see, you know, John says it works and John's doing all right, so let's give it a go and see what happens. And I went up there and I personally invited probably over 150 people to that event. 15 turned up. So 10% of the people that I spoke to turned up to that event. But one of them was Joanne Eldred. She's now PMD, 39 Club. So don't focus on the people who don't come. You need to focus on the people who do. Because who knows, that one, you only need one person at an event to change your business. You don't need 100. And I put an in-home event on in my house. About 8 people came. One of them was James Bell. And that was a last minute thing. I stuck that on Facebook at the last minute. Said actually, if anybody wants to come round and have a glass of wine in mine, and he just messaged and went, a lad's allowed. Yeah? Imagine if I had to put that in-home event on, I'd been a bit scared and a bit not sure. He would never have been in my business. He might even be somebody else's, and then I'd have stung myself up. So that's what I'm saying, is just go for it. Step outside of your comfort zone. I tell you what, those guys of you who got up and spoke today didn't want to. Next time you'll be like, me, I'll do it, because that's what happens. You get a book for it, you get excited about it, you want people to hear your story, hear what you've got to say. So I would say really that's a really big tip, is just do events, big, small, be a coffee shop, bar. If you're a lad, go to the pub with your mates. Tell them what you're doing, but don't try and get them into your business. That's not what it's about. What you want to be doing is saying, look guys, started this business, I'd love you to come along, I'll tell you about it, I just want your opinion. I want to know what you think, I value your opinion as a mate. What kind of a mate's going to say, oh no, I'm not going to come? You're not asking them to join your business, you're not asking them to buy a product, you're saying, come along, start this business opportunity, I'd love to get your opinion. There's no pressure in that, there's no pressure on you, there's no pressure on them. The worst that can happen is you have a drink together and a nice night for an hour or two. So take the pressure off yourselves, take the pressure off them and make it fun. And enjoy this little thing for me. I don't know how long I was supposed to talk for, is that alright? I've made all these notes. Right. I learned this from a guy called Shay Jr. who's been in the business, what, 25 years, something like that? Multi-millionaire, so if he can do it, I'm doing it as well. But he chose this. What I want you to do is watch the eyes, okay? And I want you to decide which one of these people you want to be, or you want to hang out with. I'm around. Right, just look at the eyes. You see the difference? It's exactly the same face. That's whose team I want to be in. That's who I want to buy a product off. So stick a smile on your face, be positive, be outgoing and be proud. What you're involved in is changing people's lives every single day. So hold your head up high. When you start earning big money, be proud of it because that's a reflection of the number of people that you've helped. I hope that's useful. I'm going to go and pass it back to Christine now, but thank you very much.